Any comedy show can put a comedian on. That's easy. What we have done, we've got something a little different for you. We've actually sold the next 10 minutes to a brand strategist who's going to come up here and talk to you about, I don't know, because I got paid, so what do I care? It's coming up now. Let's give a big hand and welcome to the stage, brand strategist, Todd Spaulding!
Todd Spaulding. I'm a brand strategist and TED Talk applicant. How are you guys doing today? For some of you who might not know, I will give you a little background on what a brand strategist is. I help to refine, target, and ultimately improve the digital messaging for various individuals, corporations, and lightly armed militias. A little background on my specific job experience, guys. I've worked all over the world, everything from startup Ponzi schemes to the infamous Nepalese campaign to exterminate the mongoose. Who's globally reviled, that's known as organic reach, guys. That's how it works, all right? Borrowed interest. Now, a little background on the field of digital advertising, guys. In the past 10 years, it's absolutely exploded. In the past 10 years, since the advent of the iPhone, mobile technology, high-speed internet, the world of branding has changed exponentially. Every year, it just accelerates and changes, and it can feel hard to keep up, guys. For instance, in 2007, the two biggest brands in the world were, in order, Coca-Cola and the Catholic Church. It was a test into, all right? Now, since then, over 500,000 people have left the Catholic Church every year. And the number one reason for that, science has proven, is not enough Pope tweets. That's true. Get into the digital space. Now, in 2016, guys, research has proven that over 50% of millennial marriages will actually take place on LinkedIn. That is true, guys. No brand, die alone. The stakes are high, all right? It can seem overwhelming, it can seem intimidating, it can seem difficult to get into all these different digital channels. You know, there's so many platforms, it's constantly changing. It's hard to keep up, but I have a simple system that we can all follow so you can build your own personal brand and get out there in the world and ultimately succeed, guys. It comes down to one word: strategy and content. 3 words is one word, that's my brand. The and is an ampersand. Let's break it down. Strategy, guys. What is your strategy? Strategy is based on consumer fears. What are people afraid of? Let's break it down. Fear of missing out, fear of rejection, fear of spiders. Mostly the last one. You need to ask people questions they're already asking themselves. Am I too fat? Am I too racist? Am I not racist enough? Am I a spider? Still mostly the last one. And the other half of it is content, guys. What is content? You hear this word all the time, but no one knows what content means. It's very simple, guys. Content is context. But what is text? Text is words. Words on a page. What do they say? I don't know, I technically can't read. I use Dragon speech recognition to learn verbally, guys. Overcoming deficiencies. So this is what you need to do, guys. You need to create a timed content calendar. You need to make sure that you have content that is timely to the time of the week, the time of the month, the time of the year. But you want to make sure that it also feels fresh, spontaneous, of the moment. How do you do that, guys? Day by day. Break it down. Sunday fun day. Pictures of beer, pictures of booze, satanic brunch, things that people like. You need to make sure that your brand is shareable, guys. You need to make sure that people want to share your content, because that's how you increase your organic reach, guys. That's how you make sure that you can go viral without spending too much on your ad buy. That's how you balance your spending. For instance, grow shitty beer, refer to it as whiskers, to be more like a cat. Cats are viral. Adopt cat-like behavior. Lick yourself. Look at birds in the sky. Poop in sand. People love cats. Now Monday, guys, next day on Monday, you can't do the same thing you did on Sunday, you gotta change it up. So Monday, morose Monday, sad things, miserable things, quotes from dead celebrities, pictures of dead celebrities, analog clocks. Make sure that you make people sad. Another good tool to use in your brand toolbox, guys, is hashtags. Utilize a good hashtag strategy. Hashtags will get you involved in existing conversations so that people can relate to you, so they can see that you have shared interests. For instance, replace letters in your name with hashtags. Just go ahead and do that, all right? It's a lot easier. My name is actually spelled 10 hashtags in a row. That's just how you spell my name. It's pronounced Todd Spaulding. I'm very searchable. Now on Tuesday, guys, on Tuesday, you gotta get back in that brand horse. Here's what you're doing Tuesday, Thirsty Tuesday. I know what you're thinking, Todd Spaulding. I thought that Thirsty Thursday was a normal day for that posting. You wanna make your brand disruptive. People who see Thirsty Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday, they'll immediately get it. You wanna have pictures of liquor, bathtubs full of moonshine, drunk cats. People love cats, even white Russians, they love milk. Now, I'm sensing some skepticism. I can tell some of you might not think that I have the expertise that I claim to. I appreciate that. That means that you're critical thinkers, but I'd just like to remind you all that Time Magazine has only referred to one person in this room as being the face of mongoose genocide. My cloud score is through the roof. Now, on Wednesday, guys, just take Wednesday off. You don't have to be on every day. Just retweet that hump day video. Hit the gym, call your dad. He's a great guy. There's lots of things you can do to build your brand. You want to make sure that you balance your ad spend. You want to make sure you're not spending too much money in any one place. For instance, I make several alimony payments every month via Venmo and currently don't have health insurance. Also, a side note, if you accidentally marry a Craigslist spam bot and try to divorce it, you will still have to pay alimony. Digital law on the Cayman Islands is very complicated. Another good brand hack, guys. Here's another good way to get yourself in the conversation. Name your children after financial institutions. This is a nice, simple hack. Sally Mae, Freddie Mac. My youngest is Dave Fidelity Jr. He's very troubled. Now on Thursday, you want to make sure you get involved again. This gentleman knew exactly what I was talking about. There's something for everyone, sir. We'll eventually get you. There's brand outreach for all demographics. We'll find you. Now Thursday, guys, what you want to do is you want to post Thirsty Thursday. You're thinking Todd Spaulding, brand strategist, and you just told me that Thirsty Thursday was passé, that it's old news, but here's what you do, guys. You don't post pictures of liquor, you don't post pictures of beer, you post pictures of deserts, lots and lots of deserts. Thirsty Thursday, people will realize that you're being disruptive, you're finding borrowed interest. All kinds of deserts, guys. Sahara, Mojave, other deserts, look it up. Get your guide, search on it. I'm a big picture thinker. Okay, I don't have to be here, guys. I thought I'd come through as a sort of public service that the people of Cambridge know how they can get themselves out there. But I was just on a Google Hangout with Guy Fieri's primary care physician. I'll let you all know he's very upset. All right. You do want to make sure that you're not limited by your budget, though. You want to think big. You don't want to be held back by money. Do you think that Red Bull was thinking small when they finally decided to just go ahead and blow up the sun? No, they just did it, guys. And now we live in an eternal winter, of which we all have wings. And that's really matters. On Friday, guys, you want to make sure you think big on your way into the weekend. You want to make sure that you're questioning the assumptions people have about society. You want to make sure that you're getting involved and have a point of view in the conversation. Conspiracy Theory Fridays. Think really big. Our vaccine's killing Christmas. The dinosaurs do 9/11. Send people into the weekend with questions. Why do people love mongooses so much? Another thing you can do is on a person-to-person level, get out there and increase your reach organically. Meet people on a face-to-face level. Use real life. You want to make sure you interact with a younger demographic. They have a bigger digital footprint. Maximize your ad spend. For instance, make a fake visitor's pass, go to a local middle school, talk to some 13-year-olds, buy their Tumblr accounts. Another way to increase your reach. Another way to maximize your ad spend, pay them in cigarettes. 13-year-olds love cigarettes. Use Parliament Lights, their lungs are very weak. Now on Saturday, guys, you're going on the weekend, you don't want to let up on Saturday, guys, so here's what you do. More pictures of deserts. You can't have enough desert content. Because ultimately, social media and all these digital platforms that we're on our phones, our tablets, our computers, it's really just a way for us to seek validation from people who we've never met thousands of miles away, or people who we barely know who don't really matter. But for some reason, instead of having real human relationships and interfacing and emotionally developing and becoming fully realized, emotionally mature individuals, we just infantile. We look for approval in videos, for likes and retweets, and faves and comments for no particular reason other than it gives us a brief endorphin rush and makes us feel like we're a part of a society that increasingly doesn't seem to care about us as corporations find new ways to trick us into staring down at these things so they can jam feelings of inferiority in us and sell something to us and make you feel like you need to become your own company in this capitalist society as time slips through your fingers like sand from a desert. My name is Todd Spaulding. Welcome to the Church of Scientology.
absolutely no reason, let's hear it for stand-up comedian Tom Crowley. Oh boy, so where do we go from here?